So I'm pretty sure you've heard that Tory Lanez has actually been sentenced to 10 years for the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. Now, those of y'all that have been watching for a while, you probably know that I did have very strong opinions on this on this situation, and I still do. And one of those opinions, I'm gonna start out with saying that nobody knows what really happened. Nobody knows what happened except for those people that were there. And to be honest, 3 of those people, I don't even think really know what happened. So it's one person, and that one person wasn't allowed to speak. So on that note, everything that people say and their opinions on the situation is based purely off of the information that we have to go on. So all these people sitting here saying that Tory Lanez shot Meg, you don't actually have proof that Tory shot Meg. The problem that I have with this case, and I'm just gonna get into it. If you haven't figured it out, I think that this is egregious. I think that this is terrible, because at the end of the day, we know that an incident happened, but it's the job of the prosecution to prove without a reasonable doubt that Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion. And that is what people are saying. And that is the narrative that people are running with. And that's why I've always had a problem with it. Because, okay, was Tory in possession of a gun? Okay, yeah, he might be guilty. He's guilty of that. Oh, was there a discharge of the weapon? He might be guilty of that. But the narrative that people are running with is that Tory shot Meg. And this victim Olympics thing is going on where they try to make her to be some victim. And I don't think that that's what happened. If we go off of the information that they were releasing about court, from what we can gather, because at the end of the day, we don't know what happened. The only thing that we can really logically do is apply Occam's razor and try to make the story make sense. So this is basically what they found out in court, is that when Meg and Kelsey got to fighting over Tory, they got to fighting over him. In that fight, Meg ends up getting out the car. They all getting into it. They argue. Meg gets out the car. Somebody was tussling over a gun, and she got hit in the foot. That's what we know. Was it Tory? The DNA was inconclusive. Was it her? Was it Kelsey? We don't know. But isn't it the job of the prosecution to prove without a doubt that Tory was the one that shot Meg, if that's the narrative that you're going to run with? If not, just say what it is and just say he discharged the weapon. Stop running these tabloids saying that he shot Meg. Did they prove that there was a discharge of a weapon? Sure. Yes. We know that happened. But why do the headlines read Tory is sentenced to 10 years for shooting Megan Thee Stallion? We don't know if he shot Megan Thee Stallion. I just feel like it's crazy that we just constantly, it's a testament, because they're so quick to jump on him. And I have no love for Tory Lanez. I have none. And to be honest, if he was the one that shot her, then he's weak. He's weak. That's a fact. If in some weird scenario where the truth is actually crazier than what makes sense, then guess what? Y'all were right, and Tory is like the lowest of the low men that you will ever find. Males, I'm sorry. But until we know for a fact that he did it, I'm not just going to assign that guilt to him. Do you know why? Because at the end of the day, regardless of how you feel and regardless of the fact that she was injured, Meg is still a liar. I said it before. That's why I don't owe her an apology, because Meg is still a liar. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. Those of y'all know that she has a pattern of getting so drunk, and it was in the news. I don't believe her. I still think Meg is a liar. She was messing around with her friend's dude behind her back. She's a lying hoe. Slut. I'm sorry. She's a lying slut. I'm trying to get better at not calling women whores, because, and let's be honest, unless you paying for it, a woman is not a hoe. But at the end of the day, she's a lying slut. So I apologize for not believing her. It has nothing to do with women in general. It has everything to do with women like her that are lying sluts. I don't have patience for it, because at the end of the day, there are still people that are so convinced that he did this to this woman and don't have no proof. What I think happened is whoever was wrestling over the gun might have hit and might have bounced, and she might have got hit with some fragments or something. She might have got, but like, come on, let's be for real. She was twerking on Instagram a month later. Good knees and all. But again, we don't know what happened. The security guard was there, but he wasn't allowed to talk. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it, you know. Giving this man a whole 10-piece. They could have just deported him. I mean, if I have a question. If you were Tory, would you rather them just deport you back to Canada, or would you rather just take the 10 years in jail? I'm curious. I want to know. But it's just, it's life, I guess. I mean, like I said, is we all know, anybody with any real common sense knows that the justice system is not about what you did, it's about what you can prove. And I don't believe that the prosecution adequately proved that Tory Lanez shot Meg Thee Stallion. Did they prove that Tory discharged a weapon? Yes. That's why the charges are different than the story that they're running with. That's just what it is. And I just, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't have no real love for the dude, but it's just like, I'm not finna just act like we don't see what this is. You see what it is. On that note, you know, you should probably go ahead and check out my Unfiltered Perspectives podcast. And I'm just letting y'all know, we got some other big stuff on the channel coming soon. So just be easy, y'all. Signing out.